welcome back. I want to talk about how so many people are always running after approval, and they're always running after people saying, "Oh, congratulations," or praise. They're running after praise and acceptance from other people. Whereas if you're happy with being the outlier, being the one who doesn't need constant affirmation and approval from other people, if you don't need any of that, then you're going to save yourself so much time, so much energy, and so much failure. You're going to cut back your risks, and you're going to be on task way more. You're going to be more focused because you're going to take out the massive chunk of your mind that would be focused on what are other people thinking. What's so-and-so saying about me? What am I going to say to that? What about this? What about that? Instead of constantly thinking about what other people are saying, you're focused on, okay, what can I do here to make this better? How's this working? Is this up to its standard? You're always analysing yourself and your own performance within your business, within your fitness, whatever it may be. So by doing this, you're benefiting yourself so much because you lose the constant nagging mindset of, what does this person think of me? What would they say if they saw what I was doing? How would they feel? Because it doesn't matter what they feel, what they think, how they think you're doing. If they're really that close to you, if they're really that important to you, then they'll support you with it. But if they're not, then why are you caring about what they say, about what they think? Why are you letting them distract you from achieving your dream, from achieving what you're working towards? Because that's what you're doing. You're wasting time. You're letting the thought of them, it's not even them stopping you. You're letting the thought of them stop you. You're letting the thought of how they react get in the way of you achieving what you want. So you need to stop chasing after the approval of other people. You need to stop chasing after the acceptance, because there is always going to be people that may not like what you do. There are always going to be people that will hate on what you do. But if you can continually be happy, be on top of these things, be grateful, just be on task and show that you're working hard and you achieve the goals that you set yourself, then you won't need approval, because you'll have your own stack of proof that you have achieved this. Alex Hormozy says, true self-acceptance doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror every morning. It comes from having an undeniable stack of proof. So if you can consistently and constantly prove to yourself that you are the person that you want to be, that you are the good guy, the guy that works really hard, the guy that doesn't get distracted, the guy that doesn't care about what other people think. If you have proof that you are that person, then you don't need to sit around and wait for other people to say that you are that person, because you've proved it already to yourself. Now, it's great to have the opinions of other people. It's great to have feedback from people you work with, from people outside the company, from people outside looking in at what it is you do. So you get a fresh perspective, a different view. That's great. It's amazing, because you can reanalyze it based on what someone else may think. You can fix areas from a whole different aspect that you may not have realized were there. But there's also the negative side of it. If it's someone that has no idea what they're talking about and they're just hating on you for the sake of it, they're just saying, oh, this guy's terrible because he does this, or this guy's got no chance because he's done this, or he's not this, he's not going to make this, or he's already further ahead than me. I am. everyone makes excuses. Everyone's always hating on someone that's doing better than them because they don't like the fact that they could have done the exact same thing. They could have done taken the exact same moves and be in the exact same position, but they chose not to. So they're angry at themselves for making the mistakes and being aware that they were making the mistakes. They're angry at themselves for making the mistakes that cost them their a small degree of success, which could lead on to a larger degree, and then a larger degree, and then more and more success. So the majority of people that are consciously out there hating on other people, they're doing that because they're unconscious within, they're unhappy within themselves. They're unconsciously afraid and disappointed. So they're afraid that they're not going to reach the level that you're at. They're afraid that they're not going to be as successful, and they're disappointed in themselves because if they were from a better situation than you were, if they were from a better background, they had a better bringing up, then they have no excuse. But yet they've still let the opportunity run through their fingers. So they sit themselves there and they think, oh, I had this chance. It would have been way easier for me, but I didn't take it. So then they beat themselves up for that, and then they turn it into, okay, I don't like him because he took that chance when I didn't. It shouldn't be like that. He shouldn't have not taken that chance. He should take the one I take, because they want it all to be equal. But life's not equal, and so many people don't accept that. There's always going to be the big industry that's making lots of money. There's always going to be the big conglomerate. There's always going to be the rich person, because they have more. They know how to. They know how to get more. They know how to work with people. They've developed all these skills so that they can talk with people and converse with people and provide value. Do you deserve the money that they have if you're not providing the same amount of value? No, you don't. So you've got to figure out a way to provide the same amount of value, if not more, so that you can then be on their level. Approval is a weird thing, because I know a lot of people's parents might not approve of their child going on and trying some sort of side hustle, but if you can just keep your parents happy, keep them just, I call it like sedated happy, just keep them on the side. You do the little things that keep them happy, and then you stay a bit quiet about the other thing you're doing. You don't tell them a huge amount about it, because they don't need to know. So you go and you work your 9-to-5 job, maybe just to keep them happy, keep the money ticking on in, and then with the other time you have, you spend that working your side hustle or your main job, and then you spend your time in the gym. And you don't have to tell them everything, but you make sure they know that you're happy and that you're working hard, but you don't need to tell them every little grain of information. And this and it'll bring them, they'll be happy, they'll approve of what you're doing, because they'll see that you're working, they'll see that you're getting the benefits from it, and that's all that matters. And then when you start seeing the real benefits from the other things you're doing, the high return activities, when you start seeing those benefits, then you can mention it to them. Then you can say, oh, I've been doing this for a couple of months. Oh, how's that been going? Oh, it's going really well now. It's been doing really well. Oh, that's great to hear. Instead of you going through it for a couple of months and saying, oh, how's it going? Oh, nothing yet. Oh, how's it going? Nothing yet. And then they're like, why are you doing this? You're not getting anything from it. And they're constantly, they might start nagging you. But you don't have to worry your parents with so much. So I think this video has been quite good, quite informational, I think. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you watch it fully, come all the way to the end where we are now, and see you in the next one.